Hello everyone. In this video we will discuss about the sentences. So let's start our lesson. Sentences. A sentence is a group of words that make complete sense, and a sentence contains a subject and a predicate which together form a clause. In previous class we have learned about kinds of sentences on the basis of their meanings. Now we will learn about kinds of sentences on the basis of structure. When writing to convey information and to discuss simple ideas, it is appropriate to use simple basic sentence constructions. However, in creative writing, when there is a requirement to display a more fluent and sophisticated style, a variety of sentence constructions should be employed. By doing so, the monotony that comes from repetition is reduced and a sense of life is introduced. Variety can be introduced by employing a judicious mix of the principal sentence construction types that all accomplished writers depends on. Depending upon the kind of clause or clauses that form a sentence, there are four basic types of sentences: simple, compound, complex, and compound complex. In simple sentence, one independent clause. In compound, two or more independent clauses. In complex, one independent clause with one or more dependent clauses. And in compound complex, at least two independent clauses with one or more dependent clauses. Simple sentence. Simple sentence which has only one finite verb in it is called a simple sentence. These contain a single complete independent clause with one finite verb and one subject. A simple sentence is made up of a subject main verb combination, either or both of which may be compound. A simple sentence can be very short. It can be quite long. Jatin is the best cricketer in the school. I saw the most amazing sight in Africa. Sometimes two or more simple sentences can be joined together to form a more interesting simple sentence. However, it will still contain only. Compound sentences. Those sentences which are made up of two or more independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunctions are known as compound sentence. Example: the guards served the entire area and divided themselves into a small groups, but the intruder realized their trap. The sentence above has the following three independent clause joined with two coordinating conjunctions and but. The guards surveyed the entire area, they divided themselves into small groups, and the intruders realized that trap. Simple sentences are joined together to form compound sentences with the help of special words called coordinating conjunctions. There are 7 such coordinating conjunctions: but, or, yet, for, and, nor, so. Combining simple sentences to form compound sentences using coordinating conjunctions. Simple sentence: he likes to play football. He does not like basketball. If we change into compound sentences, then he likes to play football but does not like basketball. Here but is coordinating conjunctions. Complex sentences. A complex sentence contains one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. The dependent clauses in a complex sentence are introduced with subordinating conjunctions or relative pronouns. Example: I have promised her that I will help her on the day of the party, although I don't know how to cook. Here, two dependent clauses, one beginning with relative pronoun that and the other beginning with subordinating conjunctions although. The dependent clause, which is an essential element of the complex sentence, is introduced by either a subordinating conjunctions or a relative pronoun. Commonly used subordinating conjunctions for time, after, before, while, when, since, until, cause and effect, because, now, since, as, etc. Condition: if, unless, only, if, whether or not, even if, in case. Commonly used relative pronouns: who, whose, whom, which, whoever, whomever, whichever, that. Combining simple sentences to form complex sentences. Decide which of the simple sentences expresses the more important idea. This will be retained as the independent clause. The other sentence or sentences will be converted into dependent clauses and introduced either with a subordinating conjunction or a relative pronoun. Example: Ravi is an outstanding orator. He won the public speaking competition. These two simple sentences can be combined to form a complex sentence in two ways. Ravi, who won the public speaking competition, is an excellent orator. Here, the fact that Ravi is an excellent orator is used as a principal clause and is thus given more importance. Either Ravi, who is an outstanding orator, won the public speaking competition. Here, the fact that Ravi won the competition is given more importance and is converted into the principal clause. So, it is possible to convert the same two simple sentences into complex ones in different ways by using different subordinating conjunctions. The compound complex sentences. A compound complex sentence is built up with at least two independent clauses and one or more than one dependent clause. These sentences may contain both types of conjunctions and relative pronouns. The structure of a compound complex sentence. Example: though Ravi prefers Hollywood action films, he went to see a Hindi film with his friends and he enjoyed it a lot. Here, number first independent clause, he went to see a Hindi film with his friends. Simple sentence expresses a complete thought. Number 2, independent clause 2, he enjoyed it a lot. It is also simple sentence, expresses a complete thought joined to the first independent clause with the coordinating conjunctions and. Now, dependent clause. Though Ravi prefers Hollywood action films, does not express a complete thought, begins with the subordinating conjunction though. Here, home assignment is given. That's all for today. In our next class, we will discuss about our next chapter. Thank you. Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about the format of article writing. So, let's start our lesson. Article writing. An article is a piece of non-fiction prose writing. It evaluates a student's skill in expressing ideas, planning and organizing, presenting ideas with supportive examples, comprehending concepts and arriving at a conclusion. It is written to express personal opinion or present information on the variety of themes. Articles are used to express views or mention facts about a subject or issue of interest, express reasons for, against, or justifications of or against some happening, event, or principle, describe a person, his life and actions, describe a place, narrate an incident or event. Express views on some issue of social interest, express arguments in favor or against a stated hypothesis or event. Features of an article. An article has main features. It is written in third person. Language should be objective and to the point. A heading and a byline must be provided appropriate to the subject and according to the question. It should be relevant to the verbal, visual input provided in the question. It should normally consist of three parts: introduction, main body, and conclusion. These three parts should be in separate paragraphs whatever possible. Depending on the topic, give examples to support your arguments. Use compare and contrast method or show a cause-effect relationship. It ends with a summing up with gives a suggestion, recommendation, prediction, etc. Format: heading or title, eye-catching heading. The heading should encapsulate central theme, byline, then by whom the article is written. Number 2, body, 3 to 4 paragraph. In introduction, the opening paragraph, what the article is about, catch attention, arouse interest of the reader, define the topic, use clear and precise language. Purpose of writing: plan before you write, use facts and show cause-effect relationship. Give examples to support your views. Present argument is a coherent, logical and convincing manner. Create comparison and contrast. Compare and justify why your view are better. Conclusion: summing up, consolidation of ideas, offering suggestions, measure to improve the situation, personal observation and predictions. Following points should be kept in mind while writing article or speech or debate: vocabulary and grammar, unity, coherence, using the given information, research, planning, quotations, and difference between an article and speech. Means language must be formal. Introduction, main body and conclusion should be in different paragraphs whatever possible. Do not forget to give a heading and byline which is appropriate. Maintain the word limit of the article excluding heading and byline to within 100 to 150 words. Marking scheme for article. For title and byline 2 marks. For content 4 marks. For accuracy 1 marks. For fluency 1 marks. Total 8 marks. Here home assignment is given. That's all for today. In our next video we will discuss about our next topic. Thank you.